welcome to the Magnificent Abundance Manifester. So today my live is about journaling. So tell me something. Do you journal? And how is it helpful for you? Can you tell me? Whilst I am sharing, I would like you to have a little think about that. So in terms of rituals, people talk about morning rituals and evening rituals or routines. What's your take on this? Do you have one and do you stick to it? So I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. Of course, having a routine gives you a little bit of a structure in your day because it puts you in state and allows you to be focused and to be totally... Hi, Sherilyn, how are you? Oh, by the way, did you catch the live I did on the BSQ Tuesday? Because it was just before this one. Okay, so let me continue. Yes, okay, so you do journal periodically. Very good. And what do you feel it gives you in terms of, the benefits? So the question really is that really helping you? Or is it just because people say it, that you do it, but you actually don't really feel like it? Okay, so this is my take. The reason why journaling is recommended is to put whatever is happening here and put it on paper to get clarity. So to clarify your thought process, to clarify where you want to go, how you want to show up, and to kind of have a brainstorming session with yourself. And also to connect with your inner guidance or, divine guidance. This is when you also channel. And when you then use journaling, you kind of allow this to flow through you. And this is super, super, super effective. In fact, many people are doing it every day. And it's the fact that you do write down these things is kind of putting you already in that world of manifestation that you want to have. So when you do write what you want to manifest, so you basically project yourself in that space, in that in the dimension. And what your job is then when you come back to your physical reality is then to slide through life, and do what you've been seeing in your I want to call it vision almost, but whatever came through you, you then follow it. So that requires the fact that you then are connected to your intuition, you don't dismiss it, and that you are taking yourself seriously enough to listen to what you heard, right? Because a lot of people don't really have that connection with themselves. And when they do, they don't listen even because they don't trust themselves enough, because they have self-worth issues. So all of this is connected. And you have to work on all of these little parts of yourself to then maximize these journaling thing. Because if you journal and then you put it aside and you forget about it and actually you just did it, you tick the box. I mean, it's like basically repeating an affirmation over and over without really believing in it. And it's all about the belief and the energy that you put into it. If you just say like, ugh, yuck, then do you really think it's going to work? So that's the same thing. journaling without feeling connecting to yourself. In fact, if you don't, it's fine. You can start, but that's the ultimate goal. Oh, it's okay if you missed the previous one. It's fine. You can watch the replay. So, so that's what this is for. And it's one, to put you in state. And the condition for that is to feel connected. And in order to feel connected, you need to trust yourself, and then do, you can meditate, you can. So we talked about that in previous lives, and I'm happy to talk about it again. So how you feel connected, you just need to trust yourself and heal whatever wounds you have within yourself that are preventing you from feeling your guidance. Because a lot of people that are around us are numb. And I used to be numb as well to my own self. I wanted to run away from myself because it was too painful to sit in my energy, in my heart. In fact, my heart was kind of cluttered. So, and by the way, I do talk about connecting to the heart in a previous meditation, in a previous live. But the point is, you need to be, like, if you're not there yet, learn to feel comfortable within your energy body and connected to your heart in order to then hear what's coming and channel it, and then obviously as a result follow up on it and implement what you're giving as a message. So now the next question is, do you need to do it every day? Well, it depends. Do you feel you need to? I know someone who does it every single day because it puts her in state. Do I do it every day? At some point of my life, I did. Very, very, very. I was super dedicated to do it every day. Why? Because I needed it at the time. And these days, I do it when I need to get guidance and I feel I need to. Some days I don't. And I don't blame myself for it. I don't feel bad for it. So it's about the purpose, right? The purpose is to feel connected and get that guidance. If you already are in that mode, then if you want to journal, of course, go for it. But it's not something that if you skip it, that's it, you're doomed. Okay? So that's something to bear in mind, and not berate yourself if you miss it and like, oh, journaling's not for me. No, it's not about that. It's a tool like any other. Some people might not have to journal because they already have that clarity, that focus, because they use other means, other ways, or because they've been thinking about it so much that it's crystal clear for them. And they might need to do a jog to get the inspiration. Some others need to dance. Like I do love dancing, for example. And super creative after a session of having fun dancing. It doesn't mean this is what you really have to do. And I know that a lot of us, we want guidance to get to the next level, and we will follow anything and everything because we really, really want to make progress. What it matters is do what works for you. Some people love working out every single day. Well, if you don't, well, that's your thing. You might love something else. So it's really listening to what you need. And what you need consistently, though, is to feel connected. And that is something that we don't learn to do at school, that we don't talk about. Like when we go for drinks, how do you connect with your heart? But this is the most important aspect of that sense of feeling grounded and solid and connected to get the guidance to move forward. And actually, okay. So one question here. Do you read back on what you've written over time? Yes, I do. In fact, I have a journal that I didn't keep the same ones, so that's why it's still, no, there are still empty pages, but there's stuff I wrote back in 2004. And I see my evolution, the time when I got super excited about something that actually didn't work out the way I expected them at the time, but I can see the super excitement and when I look back at it, I smile because the person who wrote it at the time didn't know what I know when I read it, and it's kind of fun and cute at the same time. But yeah, I do. Not all the time though. It happens once in a while. But the point of the writing is to it's kind of cathartic as well, when you write these things down, it kind of liberates you, whether it's the good or the bad. So for example, let's say you are feeling a little shitty when you woke up, for example. So you can actually write how you feel. And then during that writing, you can like work on your shifting this. And don't get obsessed like, oh, feeling this is negative, it's bad, I need to shift. Because when you really want to be in happy place all the time, you tend to then actually dismiss your feelings and avoid your feelings, which is not good either. It's actually worse, because then what you do, you suppress, and when you suppress your emotions, then you create this accumulation of this dense energy in your body, in your energy, in your field, and then it creates some blocks later, right? So but when you do know this, then it's fine. It's, everything needs practice, requires practice. So that's very where was I? So I talked about, so I said something required practice and now I forgot. Sorry, I think my mind went somewhere else, which obviously relates to what we talked about. But to get back to the theme of journaling, if I had to say it, yes, it's super important to kind of empty out all of the emotions that you are struggling to feel or to accept, or what you've been in avoidance of. But then if you allow yourself to feel, writing them down is going to allow you to get in touch with this, and then you're going to get the guidance and the soothing as well. So it's really it's kind of almost a mini healing practice to do this. Do you have to do it every day? No, you don't. But if you feel good doing it, then, why stop? If you feel not like it, then it's okay too. The most important thing is to do what feels right for you at that particular moment, and not to overcomplicate it. Things are actually very easy, and those who experience tremendous progress and success are those who kept it basic. Those who tend to overcomplicate themselves, their overanalysis and this and that, and they want too much, then they ended up having no progress. Those who stick to these 2-3 points and they keep at it and they're consistent, they are the ones who actually know how to move forward for real, and not like being on that spinning wheel. So that is important as well. Okay, so that was it for today. And I would love to know, do you journal? Let me know. So put a comment below, like my video, share with everybody, and tag someone that you feel will benefit from it. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will speak to you in my next video. Happy manifesting. Bye. Oh, I didn't see the last one. Practice to not avoid negative feelings. Yes. Oh, that was where I was talking about before. Yes, practice feeling more. Sitting in your heart. That's something I did in the last week. In fact, that was something huge that happened, where I connected even ever with my heart. I've been teaching my clients that as well, since I've experienced myself. Phew. So much come out of this. So I encourage you to do this. It's going to really free you from many things. Okay, so again, have a beautiful rest of the day. I will see you in my next video. Happy manifesting. Bye. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, share, like, and put a comment under the video. Bye and happy manifesting.